on, guys? Welcome back to Network Chuck. Today we are going to break a network. Now, building networks is fun, but I think breaking networks is just a little bit more fun. I hadn't really done this in a while, and it's definitely challenging to figure out, okay, how can I stump someone? And the person we're stumping will be Keith Barker. Keith Barker is a double CCIE. He's a trainer over at CBT Nuggets. And he said, hey, here's a lab. It's actually the lab we use from our CCNA course on CBT Nuggets. And he's like, hey, I want you to break it. It's a packet tracer lab, so that does have some limitations. But it's like, here, break it for me. And then I want you to give it to me and see if I can solve it on another live stream. So, real quick, guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. So we're going to break that network today. I've actually got a few things I'm going to do to it. I have some help from my Discord channel. I actually have Kelvin who's going to come on here in a bit. And we're just going to destroy this thing. Now, I will say this. We're not going to destroy it to where it can't be fixed, because there's no fun in that. It has to be fixable. It has to be solvable. And also, Packet Tracer does have its limitations. A lot of the CCNP level stuff that you might want to implement and mess someone up on just aren't available. So we had some limitations, but we managed to find some good stuff. And also, once I add my stuff in there, I'll look at the chat and see what you guys have as well. And we'll just try to break it as much as we can, try to trick Keith Barker. I'm hoping that when he opens this lab, he'll fix a few things, but then he'll be just completely stumped. That's going to be a fun stream to watch. So anyways, let's get started. So let me get to my display here. Here is the lab. Let me change my view of myself to something a bit smaller. Okay, there we go. So here's the lab. It is up. It is running. And essentially, here's a scenario I want to make happen. This is what I'm going to tell Keith. This laptop here, laptop PT-HQ PC1 at the very top left here, it has to be able to access laptop PT-HQ PC2, and then these two laptops down here as well. That's connectivity we want to have happen. Of course, we're going to break that. So let me jump into laptop PT PC1 here, and we'll demonstrate that we do have connectivity. And the host down here at the bottom right, Mr. Site A PC, is I believe 10.67.83.71. And by the way, if you want to try this yourself, I do have the this very lab in the description of this video. And once we're finished, once we've destroyed it, I'll package this up and put it in the description of this video as well, so to see if you can solve it. And then Keith will have the same thing as well. So let's see if this actually is a working topology right now. Packet tracer's a bit slow, but it looks okay right now. We'll do it one more time. Okay, cool. All right. And if you don't know what Packet Tracer is, it's kind of amazing. And can someone please answer me this real quick? I don't know what this is, but if you go to the programming tab here, you can actually write Python scripts. I don't know what it's for. It's kind of neat. So I'm curious how that can be used right now. Anyways, back to what we're doing. So connectivity is there. Now, this is pretty typical CCNA type topology. We've got an access layer switch. We've got some HSRP. We've got OSPF running throughout. It's a fun lab. But of course, we're going to destroy it. First thing I want to do is, and I've got my list of things I want to do here. Let's see, the first thing I want to do is mess up this trunk right here. So I'm going to jump into this switch here. Actually, no, I'm going to jump into this switch here. Let me open it up. Show CDP neighbors. And yes, I'm connected to MLS1 on gigabit 01. I'm going to do show interface trunk. Yeah, so it's trunking, it's beautiful, it's working just fine. The first thing I want to do is mess with spanning tree. So I'm going to go into that interface GI01, and I'm going to enable spanning tree, port fast, trunk. Which port fast allows spanning tree to go through its states more quickly without going through all the safeguards of the changing states, and it can cause a loop, but that's not what I want to do right here. I also want to go to the global configuration mode and do spanning tree, port fast, BPDU guard default. And what this will do is it will listen for any BPDUs, which is how Spanning Tree communicates and converges and makes all its changes and does its elections and everything. It'll listen for any BPDU packets. And if it receives it on this trunk, it's like, whoa, we're in Portfast. We're not supposed to have any BPDUs coming to us. We're going to disable this this interface. And it disables it in a very special way. Watch. It goes to kind of an admin down state, and it's actually a different kind of admin down. It's called error disable. So if I do show interface GI01, if I go at the top here, it's in this error disabled state. It's a very annoying state because if you do show IP interface brief, GI01, it just shows down. So at a quick glance, it's not like glaringly obvious, but it is super frustrating. So let me see here. And you might have heard some typing in the background. I realized I did not have Kelvin muted. I'll bring on Kelvin here in a bit, but I muted him just now. So let me see here. Oh, please change to white text. Is it you can't see the text? I'll change it real quick, guys. Okay, no problem. I wasn't sure what color you guys would prefer. We'll change to white. And we'll get back in there. Let me know if that's better, people. Look better? Are we good? Please stop yelling at me. I think we should be good. Okay. So we have broken these two trunks right here, which, you know, are kind of essential for this device to communicate across the network. So we got that done. Let me see. What else did I want to do? I also wanted to do something nasty with DHCP, and this one will be kind of annoying. So this laptop right here is getting his IP address from this DHCP server. So what I want to do is mess up this connection, but then also enable DHCP on this router. So essentially, I'm going to have this broken. And Keith will assume it's going to work when he fixes this link here. That's what I'm hoping. So let me go in here, and we're just going to add a bunch of things. I'm sure Keith will fix things, and all these things are kind of domino, but I'm hoping that we can throw enough at him to where he's so frustrated, he won't be able to just, And hey, DHCP snooping is actually coming up, Green Mamba. So, and that was a suggestion from Mr. Packet Thrower. But let me go here. What I want to do here is enable DHCP on this guy. So IP DHCP Pool. I'm going to name this DHCP just for fun. My network is going to be the exact same network that this PC or that DHCP server is using up there. So we'll do 10.67.83.6. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was .4. .4 240, and then our default router 10.67. And I'm actually making this incorrect. And then our default router 10.67. And I'm actually making this incorrect. All right. Sorry, I thought I had a sound issue there. All right. Oh wait. Sorry, I thought I had a sound. My phone started playing the video. That's weird. Anyways, 10.6 or 10.67.83.6, and then DNS server will be 10.67.83.3. So that should, I hope, cause some nasty issues for him. He won't assume it's going to have an issue just yet, because the laptop should be able to pull an IP address just fine for now. And I'll go ahead and mess up this link. So I think the link here, let me see, FA02. We're going to change that VLAN. So like right now, if you do show VLAN brief, FA02 is in VLAN 10, which is the correct VLAN. We'll jack that up real quick. Switch port access VLAN. We'll put it in a real VLAN they have, 7. And that was the right port, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to jack up his DHCP pool, I'm hoping. So even if he does fix this this trunk issue, it's going to be a nightmare for him, I'm hoping. Oh, and I'm hoping he goes directly to that. He assumes the link is an issue because he sees the red, the nasty. So it should be okay. The next thing I want to do is over here on this laptop. This laptop's also receiving DHCP from this server, and of course on this switch here, you got to have an IP helper address to forward that on, those DHCP requests. Let's go see what that is right now. So I'll do show run to include helper, and that's the helper address right now. We're gonna mess with that. So I'll just do a no IP helper address, and then I'll gotta negate that command first. Oh, did I jack it up? Oh, it's on a particular interface. Let's just see. What interface was that on? It's on VLAN 20, right? That's the interface command, isn't it? So let's do show run. I'll see what interface that was on right now. Let's see. I think it's on VLAN interface. Yeah, VLAN 20 is what it was on. All right. VLAN 20, no IP helper. No IP helper address. Blah, blah, blah. 10.67. What was it? 83.3. And then we'll put in a bad one. I'll just put in like 6 or something. It's going to jack it up. All right, cool. So we've made some progress here. We've broken some things, and I'm seeing the chat, and you guys are suggesting a ton of things. We're not going to be able to get to everything, and also, I would feel so bad if I did that to Keith, just to mess up so many things. But we're going to do a lot, but not enough to make him cry. Although my goal kind of is to make him cry, but we'll see. Now I want to mess with VTP. I want the VLANs to have a huge issue. Let's make that happen. So what did I want to change this on? So right now I don't believe there's any VTP over here at HQ. So I'm going to jump into access to, and I'm going to make this the VTP server. Which, if you don't know what VTP is, it allows VLANs to be propagated and remain consistent throughout the network. It's also a protocol that is horrible and you should never use because of that very thing. And we're going to make it nefarious right now. So I'll go in here and I'll change this to VTP version 2. No, not 32. 2. And then VTP mode server. It's already a server. Okay. And then we'll change the other guys to a client. But before I do that, let me do a do show VLAN brief, and I'm going to remove, let's see, VLAN 20. Actually, we'll do VLAN, yeah, we'll do VLAN 20. That sounds good. And let's go take a look at this switch here, one of the core switches, and we will do a quick show VLAN brief, just see what he's got here. Oh, he was already in client mode. Yeah, it looks like it's already working great. And of course, he should not be affected by that. Yeah, because his trunks are down. So we're messing with VTP. That's going to be fun. Let's see what else. I think I want to mess with OSPF now. And for that, I'm going to have Kelvin come on. Kelvin, 1 second. I'll make sure you come on here. And you're looking pretty. Let me see. Bring up Zoom. Make sure people can see you. And it should be working right now, but of course, you know, things don't work the way you want them to all the time. Come on, computer, make it work. There he is. All right, Calvin, they should be able to hear you now. say something for me. Is it working? Test, test, test.
Yep.
All right, cool, guys. Let me know in the chat if you can hear Kelvin.
Hello there.
Now, Kelvin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Kelvin. I'm a 15-year-old high school student, fellow Texan here. I have my CCNA, my CCNP RNS, my mcsa, and then the CompTIA triad.
My gosh, I didn't know you had the CompTIA stuff too. First of all that stuff's ridiculous. You're only 15, you're still in high school, and you have all those things, which is ridiculous. But help me out here. How am I going to destroy this lab? So you guys know, Kelvin actually posted I gave him the lab initially, and he made it so bad, like it was not recoverable. So he dumbed it down a bit. It's not so bad anymore, but he's going to walk me through a few things. So Kelvin, what should we do here?
So on let's go on. Where do you want to start? Which router? Or
it doesn't matter to me. I know that right now, guys, OSPF is the routing protocol of choice between all these guys. All these guys should be OSPF neighbors, and there's one area right now, Area 0. There's not multi-area going on. So Kelvin's going to jack this up a bit. So wherever you want to start, go for it.
Okay. So on R1 HQ,
R1
just go ahead and
HQ.
go into the OSPF config, the protocol config.
All right, so let's get in there, enable mode, global config mode, and we'll go into router OSPF process. If I spell it right, 1. All right, what am I doing?
So change the router ID to 2.2.2.2.
That's actually one I had written down as well. So why are we doing this, Kelvin? Why would this cause an issue?
So this is actually more of a decoy. This alone won't cause an issue. But what we're going to do when we move on to the Site A and Site B routers is change those to have either Site A and Site B or MLS. Well, I need to check my running configs here. But we're going to cause a duplicate router ID situation, which should cause a flood war. Should.
Yep, and it will definitely put them at a point where they cannot become neighbors. That's definitely one of the requirements, no matching router IDs. So we'll go ahead and break this.
Yep.
And we'll do a do clear IP OSPF process as well.
Yep.
Or do you want me to wait for that, or do it right now?
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
There are some other configuration changes to make, but none of them will require clearing the OSPF process.
Cool, because I guess this is fun because I'll go in here and fix the OSPF router ID, and then it just explodes with whatever bomb we have here. So that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. After that, change the reference bandwidth for cost to 1. So typically what happens is you want this to be consistent across your topology, but if you don't, you have different routers referencing different bandwidth for cost calculations, which is fun.
All right, so what do we want to set it to?
1. I just have it set
to 1 for this
router.
Okay, cool.
You can set it to any random value. All it matters is that it's not consistent with the other routers in the topology.
Perfect. All right, so we're messing that up, which is how OSPF calculates its bandwidth or its cost, and that's going to mess a lot of things up. All right, what else are we doing?
And on this router, the last thing I did is loopback 1 already advertised into OSPF in the base topology?
I believe it is.
1.1.1.1 is the IP that I'm looking for. If not, go ahead and advertise that in. Or make sure it exists first and then advertise it in.
It should be, I'll do show IP. Show IP route. I believe it's being advertised. I wish there was a brief for show IP OSPF interface. So loopback 0, is being advertised.
Okay.
So you want that advertised?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Make that advertise into Area 0, and then that should be it for that router. I don't think I did anything else to this router in regards to OSPF. If you wanted to implement Meow suggestion for OSPF, the point-to-point network, it would be on this router.
Yes. So the packet thrower, Mr. Meow 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 Meow. We call him Meow because he apparently loves cats a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why. Dogs for the win.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. But he's been on the channel before. He's a guru at all things. But let's see. So I believe it was for the interface connecting us to MLS1.
It was the interface connecting to the WAN switch, actually.
Oh, the WAN switch. Okay.
Yeah. So to Site A and Site B, because you have two OSPF neighbors being established over there, if you change it to point, it'll have flapping relationships.
All right. So as IP OSPF, it was
IP OSPF network interface
point
level, IP OSPF network, and then
Yep, that's the one. All right. All right, so things are going down. All right.
Yep, on this router, at least. I actually just remembered I have things configured on MLS1 and MLS2 as well. So MLS1 and MLS2, I have the loopback interfaces configured to have the same 1.1.1.1 IP address. And because OSPF will pick, firstly from configured router IDs, but we don't have those. So it'll pick from the highest loopback interface next, and 1.1.1.1 is our highest loopback interface.
Ah, very nice.
There will cause a indirect router ID conflict. And then that should cause some fun.
Oh.
If you actually do a show IP route OSPF after you do this, the routing table just shrinks like a ton.
From here?
On MLS1, if you configure the loopback.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
0.
I'm looking at the video. I realize it's a little bit delayed.
Oh, is it now? Okay.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I should try to have you just view the screen. But yeah, so I've changed the loopback address to 1.1.1.1.
Yeah.
If I do show IP route OSPF. Yeah, it's pretty.
Make sure you change it on both. That way, there's an actual ID conflict.
Let's see, show IP interface brief.
That should be all. I think I also messed up HSRP on these two MLSs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I think I may have. Yeah. Okay. Cool beans. Okay.
All right. So it's messed up on MLS1, MLS2. Let me see. I know I had that down for you to change up the OSPF, which you destroyed. That's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, there's also some stuff on router A and or site A and site B routers. There's a couple of things on there.
All right. So site A, site B. Let's do a few things there.
Okay. So I took. Are you starting on start on site A?
Yeah, let's do site A.
Okay. So read this should be static. Doesn't actually do anything. Passive interface default does definitely do something.
For sure.
Although it's an easy thing to find.
All right. So you had something really good before. No, we didn't disable spanning tree.
Oh, on the top switching domain. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. So I believe we had just simply saying no spanning tree and then all the VLANs.
Yeah.
Which should create a nice little routing loop there.
Switching loop.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's why I have you here, Kelvin. You're the smart guy. And that should definitely be fun.
Yeah. Because it'll slow Packet Tracer to a crawl while he's trying to fix all the other issues.
I'm excited to see what he does with this because it's going to be a lot of like it's like an onion, just unfurling
it's like an onion because
thing.
it'll make you cry.
That too. I'm hoping. Well, I hope he doesn't cry too much, but I definitely want him to cry.
Yeah, it'll be a fun stream if he cries. On the bright side.
Definitely will. I'm hoping it'll be a long stream because I think it's gonna pretty much disable him. Let me see if I had anything else for you because I didn't want to do too many things because again, crying. Kelvin, I think that's it, man. So thank you so much for coming on and offering your expertise and 15 and the way you're killing it now. God,
thank you.
My goodness. So get back to remote high school and
pretty much.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Kelvin. Thanks, Kelvin, for jumping on. That dude's amazing, right? So I have a few things I want to do from the packet thrower as well. And I'm sorry for how scattered this is. This is kind of a last-minute thing I decided to do. And let's see. So setting the router ID definitely messed up a ton of things. That's going to be fun. Actually, I think I wanted to set the router ID on site. Let's see. Show IP OSPF. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's 2.2. I think that's the real 2.2. And then 2911 down here, Mr. R3 site B. Live configuring things is no joke. It's kind of scary, to be honest. I'm like, oh, I gotta remember this command or everyone will just kill me. Anyways, this is 3.3.3. I'm gonna change the router ID on this guy to, let me get into OSPF first. Router ID 2.2.2.2, and then I'll clear the OSPF process. Yes, I do. All right, so it's looking pretty gnarly right now, and gosh, this is gonna be nuts. Again, I'll look through your comments here in a bit, see if I can pick out some really good things I didn't even think about. Let me see what else I had. So I messed up the DHCP server. That's gonna be fun. I messed up DHCP relay. The other thing that Meow, or Mr. Packet Thrower, threw at me was DHCP snooping on the access switch up here. So DHCP snooping will disable an interface that it sees DHCP packets coming on if it's not trusted, and we're gonna make that happen. So let's see. I wanted to do this, so we'll enable DHCP snooping first. So IP DHCP snooping VLAN 10, 20, and 30. Perfect. And then we will I guess we have to enable it just like so, and we will actually make the wrong interface the trusted interface. So this right here, the link to the laptop is FA01. The one we would want trusted is FA02. We're going to make FA01 the trusted one. So we're reversing it, hoping we can kind of Trojan horse Keith a bit, make him feel a bit at ease, like, oh, they may have thrown DHCP snooping, but they configured it wrong. They actually did it right. No, we did it very wrong. Interface FA01, and we will do IP DHCP. What is it? IP DHCP snooping trust. Man, when you don't do this stuff for a bit, it's easy to forget. My goodness. So that should break everything for sure. That was a great idea, by the way, Mr. Packet Thrower. He had the OSPF point-to-point idea. That's going to break it pretty badly. And there is NAT over here on R1 HQ. So you should run section NAT. NAT is definitely being used, and the access list allowing NAT is for NAT. So let's do a show run section access. Let's see. So it's this guy right here. We're going to change the permit to deny, so it won't be immediately just obvious. It's going to still be there. The command's there. Just one little thing has changed. So hopefully that jacks some things up. So we'll go in there, IP access list, standard format, and we'll do no permit. I don't know why I'm manually typing everything in. I just don't like the way Packet Tracer makes me like highlight this and copy it. And then we'll paste that right back in and change that to a hearty deny. So we'll do a show run section access. Yeah, so it's gonna disallow that NAT. That's a fun one. Let's see. Also, I think I wanted to do some more access list fun. Actually, this was from Kelvin. I forgot to have Kelvin do this for me. Oh, Kelvin's in the chat. Kelvin, you mentioned that you wanted to, or I saw in your thing, to do some access list magic for DHCP, just blocking that traffic. And it was on R2 site A? Yeah. So this host is getting DHCP from some server somewhere. Let's see, config. Is it getting yeah, it's DHCP. So yeah, it's getting DHCP. We're going to block DHCP at this router. I don't think this router is running DHCP. Oh, it is. It is running DHCP. So maybe we can break that a bit. Yeah. Let's do a show run. Let's see. So we can break that a little bit. Make it legit. We'll change the default router. I won't use an oh wait. See, I'm so used to using PuTTY. Packet Tracer is kind of annoying. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. You see the links freaking out up there? That's awesome. Let's see. Let's get into DHCP configuration mode, and we will change the default router. Where'd it go? To something that looks like we'll just change to 66 or something. And that should definitely mess it up. Let's make sure it works. Let's do a quick renew. Let's just do show IP config. Yeah, so 65 right now. We'll do IP config release, and then a quick renew. And there's our bad default gateway. So that should mess them things up, right? All right, let's see what else. I did not mark things off my list like I was supposed to, so I'm like, what did I miss? What did I miss here? Let's see. We disabled spanning tree. Oh, this is a fun one. So, and it's easy to, well, it's not easy, but it's helpful when you're troubleshooting OSPF to see the adjacencies kind of drop. So like when I'm in here and I clear IP OSPF processes, yes. Like seeing that happen is helpful, especially when you're making changes. Let's just disable that altogether. So router OSPF 1, no logging. What is it again? No log adjacency. See changes. Oh, I'm not even in OSPF mode. Wow. You're supposed to catch me on that, people. Come on. No log adjacency changes. So that should, if we do like clear IP OSPF process, get nothing, which is kind of frustrating. So we'll do that on all the OSPF routers. That should be, I don't know why it jumped out of configuration mode. No log adjacency changes. I cannot wait for him to see this. It's gonna be, this is kind of mean. And then lastly, we'll do these two guys down here. Bam. And now I will say, like I said before, there were some advanced things we tried to do. They just weren't possible. Packet tracer doesn't have everything. Like changing MTU is definitely a good one because that will mess up OSPF and a lot of other stuff. But you can't change MTU. So packet tracer does have its limitations. Let's see what else. I think that was the bulk of what I wanted to change. Oh, I did want to mess with some trunks here on MS Associate show CDP neighbors. Our trunk between MLS2, I know Kelvin had kicked around changing those into a port channel, but I think I want to change the trunk mode. So if I do I'll do a show run. Oh, what was that interface again? MLS2 is 23 and 24. So let's do show run 23 and 24 are just a simple switch port mode trunk. We'll change that mode. So we'll jump into configuration mode, interface range. Was it GI? Yeah, GI 1, 0, 23, 24. And we will change that to, what did Meow say? Switch port mode dynamic desirable. And that should mess some things up. And let's see. We did DHCP snooping. We messed with that. We changed some NAT information. What did I want to do as well? I think I wanted to mess with a specific route. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do on router 3. I wanted to, so right now, I believe, we messed with OSPF so much I won't be able to actually get a good idea of how it's routing. What I want to do is I want to add a bad route. So the route coming through this router, getting to this host, I want to advertise how to get to that host over here and then just drop it to null. So I'll do IP route. And what was the route I wanted to add there? So I'll just copy and paste because that's awesome. Paste it in there. blah, 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 blah. It's fine. And then, and I'm on the route router, right? Okay, cool. And then I want to jump into OSPF, and we will distribute static subnets. Does that command work? No. That's annoying. I'll go through and do a copy running start on all these. Does write mem still work? Okay, it does. Wow. Cool. I think I pretty much did all I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I did all I wanted to do. So now it's your turn. Let me see what you guys have. I'm gonna pull the screen over here so I can see what you guys are talking about. I'm just gonna switch to a different mode here, just for a second. All right, cool. Now I can. Well, you guys can see all of me right now. Okay. So first I'm going to look at the super chats we have coming through. Magarathea, thank you for joining the membership. They just became a unicorn. Let's see. Thank you, Matthew Beach, for the super chat. Man, too much. I'll answer a few questions here real quick because I don't want to keep the super chats waiting too long. When studying for a certification, would you recommend going from Objective 1 to Objective 6 while testing and labbing, or would you recommend taking it one objective at a time and not moving on until you fully understand that section? I think it's a good strategy if you're bored to tears on one particular topic to jump around. I think that's fine. So, and sometimes you have to keep in mind too, and I find this super frustrating. Sometimes the way a course might be structured, or the way you might want to study, is not lined up with the exam objectives. They put it in a very wonky order. That's a common thing with exam objectives. So don't feel weird about jumping from like Objective 1 to Objective 6 or whatever, especially if you want to avoid boredom. So if you're like studying IPv6 and how to subnet it and all that kind of stuff, some people love it. Some people are like, this is super boring. I hate this. Jump to something more exciting for a bit, so you don't just like get into a slump and then come right back. And thanks again for the super chat. Let's see. I make sure I don't miss anything over here. Scrolling through things, and I think we are good. All right, so cool. I'm going to look and see. Now, it's hard to go through a chat and find good stuff. I mean, you all are doing great, but it's hard to like pick out the chat that will give me a really good command to enter. So tell me, guys, if you have another good option again, how can I jack this lab up? There's a bunch of things we can change. I think we already done a pretty good job. I mean, look at this thing. It's having a heart attack. Let's do the simulation mode. Oh, you can't see it. Let me switch back to the mode where you can see it. I don't know why I even switched. But this thing's like, well, it was. Oh, I put it in simulation mode. Let me just kind of take a look at what's going on. Like it's not having a good time. And if I ping from this guy, let's do a ping. It's just a sick puppy. It hates itself. That is one thing I love about Packet Tracer, though, is the ability to pause a network in real time. I mean, you can do that with Wireshark, right? But you can't like watch a packet kind of traverse the network. That's fun. So being able to just, if I were to ping something and move on to the next step, and just analyze what's going on, that's amazing. So if you haven't used Packet Tracer, definitely use Packet Tracer. All right, I want to check back with the chat and see if you guys have any more ideas. Welcome Devin Branch to the Network Chuck membership. Unicorn, awesome. Let's see. Could we change the router to be non-full duplex, so being half duplex, so you have packet collisions? You know, I'm not sure how. It's just a dry cough, or it's not a dry cough. It's a wet cough. I'm not sure how Packet Tracer treats half duplex, or if it becomes an issue for it. But we can certainly change that. Darth Calegron, I think I said it right. Let's change some interfaces. So we'll go into like MLS1. Let me get back to regular mode, so it's not like being weird on me. We'll change it on gigabit 101. Duplex. Wait, do I not have the option, or am I not doing it right? If I'm not doing it right, can y'all tell me? Oh, it's speed, right? God, I have not done this in forever. Oh no, it's not speed, right? It should just be duplex, shouldn't it? Do they not have that command in here? It should just be duplex, right? I'll change the speed to 10 or something. That'd be fun. Terry, thanks again thank you for the super chat. We'll see what going to be doing a new Viral 2 course. Really enjoying the current version. That's a good question. I'm not sure. We definitely should. Is Viral 2 even out? I know I have a copy of it. I haven't even played with it yet, but I'm not sure if it's out to the public just yet. But real quick, it's just duplex, right? Unless Packet Tracer enables that or disables that, like interface FA01 duplex. Oh yeah, is it? Oh, on the router, I guess, huh? Yeah, whatever. We'll do half. We'll just mess with it everywhere. At this point, I'm just gonna throw stuff at it. I want there to be so many things that he just is so confused. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that breaks a few things. I don't know. Change the encapsulation on the trunk ports. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. Let's see, show interface trunk. So we'll do interface range GI1022 through 23. And switch mort. See if I remember this. Switch port. Trunk encapsulation. We don't have an option. It's only .1Q on this guy. Does the switch support HDLC or anything? Let's see. What was it? What interface is that? GI01. Okay. Did I type it wrong or something? This port trunk. Huh. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't change it. I guess we're only doing .1Q. Oh well. All right. Do we need an additional license for this? No. Packet Tracer is completely free. That's why it's kind of amazing. Let me get that out of the screen so you guys aren't bothered by that, seeing double screens. Yeah, Packet Tracer is free. You just sign up for a CAD account, and you're good to go. Duplicate IPv4 addresses. We did it on a few of the loopback interfaces. I think we did pretty good so far. Just to kind of reiterate what we did. We disabled spanning tree, but before we did that, we enabled BPDU guard. So it's going to be all the ports or those ports affected will go into area disabled state. We have VLANs missing because of VTP. It's definitely down, and let me make sure. I want to make sure that when Keith fixes this, VTP mode client, it will also break. Actually, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to remove the VLAN for that switch over here. So show VLAN brief, no VLAN 10. So what should happen? This is going to be fun. Another one of these little nested bombs. Is right now this switch is not being affected by this switch's crappy VTP mode, server mode. But once Keith does fix these links, it'll come back up. If he fixes the links, we'll see if that happens. Once he does fix those links, it'll have its VLAN removed, and that'll be super frustrating for him. Oh man. All right, so I don't think we have port security on this, do we? I'm not sure we do. But I'm going to leave it at that, guys. We could spend all day adding a thing here and there. Thank you so much for coming by to watch this happen. It was an idea that Keith had, actually, and I thought it would be pretty fun to do. So he wanted me to mess with his network. We're going to have him troubleshoot it, and I'm sure he'll post the fix probably within the next week or so. I know he's been jonesing to have a shot at this. I'm going to switch my screen to just where I'm big again. Now I'm just a big circle. And now I'm back. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take my headphones out. I feel like I'm talking to myself here. There's like a weird echo in my head. Anyways, I'll admit that was a bit scary for me to live config stuff. It's always a bit scary. I applaud people who do that, like Dimitri, man. That's impressive. I heard you had a bad stream recently. Not bad, but like you were on it, like trying to chase down an issue for like 2 hours. Anyways, this was a fun one. Being able to break a network, kind of see. Some of you maybe are watching this and you're studying for your CCNA, and a lot of this stuff might be new for you. My volume's on. And some of you are veterans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to package this guy up, save it, and I'll put it in the description of this YouTube video and see if you can solve it. Pretend you didn't see me break it, or maybe you came in at the end and you want to just try it blind, and then you can watch Keith try and fix it on the next video, which I'm super stoked about. Once Keith does get that live video up, if you're watching this after everything has already been done, I will post the link to his video in my in one of the comments or something. Anyways, guys, this is a fun one again. This is actually, by the way, if you didn't get this at the beginning, this is the exact topology on our CCNA course for CB2 Nuggets. Now, it's actually not through Packet Tracer. We actually have this exact same lab in our labbing available to you. So it's amazing. Well, guys, I hope a midday stream is nice for you. I wanted to make sure I could reach people overseas, and also, since we're all kind of working from home, I figured, hey, you don't have someone looking over your shoulder. Maybe you can watch a YouTube video right now. And I've got some stuff to do, got some videos to make, so I'm gonna head out. I hope you guys had fun, and we'll talk again very, very soon. Y'all take care. Psych, I'm back. I saw someone mention that adding a very long description to all of the interfaces would be kind of fun. So that would be kind of time consuming. I'm not going to force you to watch that right now, but I'm going to do it, maybe put in some fun things, and you'll see that when I package it up. Psych over. I'll talk to you guys later.